Hi, viewers. Good afternoon, good evening, because it's time difference for various cities across the globe. And we are here on Desi Australia and CYD Media. And we have a special guest today, Anuja. Anuja is not a single word, it's an expression. He is a practicing doctor and have an interest in psychiatrist, and as well as have released his song, Your Stranger. So let's welcome here. Anuja, we welcome you on our show.
Thank you, Dajit. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
How are you doing, Anuja?
I am good. I'm good. Just finished work and came back and went for a short run, and now I'm showered.
Anuja, if I see like your profile, you are a practicing doctor. Is that right?
Correct.
So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Mm. Okay, so I was born and raised in Sri Lanka, actually, and then I did my medical school in Malaysia, and I came to Australia in 2024, and then started practicing right out of medical school in Australia. And right now, I've been a doctor for 3 years, and my goal is to become a psychiatrist. And in terms of music, I have been releasing music from 2019. And so far, I've released and produced about um, 9 to 10 tracks, which can be found on Spotify and YouTube and everywhere.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing that information, Anuja. So viewers, I just little bit get you some information about Anuja. As he has said, he's practicing doctor and a musician. He writes lyrics as well. He has his home studio. And that's why we are speaking to him, because he has recently released his single, Your Stranger. So let's speak to Anuja like Your Stranger, because he's a doctor. He's interested in psychiatrist. And like, what is the connection between stranger? How you have found that subject to be as a new song for you? Anuja, can you share some details with us?
Hmm. Um, yeah. When considering the two fields, that I'm in, medicine and music, I my music doesn't always reflect, medical stuff. In fact, I don't think it's. I have noticed some aspects of mental health in my music, but no direct connection. But I think subconsciously, my experiences with patients and human mortality, life and death, maybe subconsciously influences my music. But this song specifically, it's more about, it's a conversation between two people, two lovers, or two people just thinking about their future. And it's about one person or both of them being a bit too worried or too preoccupied with the future, in terms of in terms of more in terms of a cultural and religious sense, in the sense that life after death, reincarnation, rebirth, and destiny and fate sort of thing, philosophically, religiously, stuff like that. And then it's them coming to the realization that um you know that they can't really figure out what's going to happen, because nobody knows in reality. People have beliefs, but we don't know for sure. And them choosing to sort of leave this aside, not think about that too much, and focus on the present, focus on, because in that song, in the context of the song, they're together, so without thinking too much into the future. um it's about them focusing on that moment where they're together.
That's nice. Yeah. And Anuja, when you are just thinking about lyrics and when producing a song like this in your home studio, so what kind of things reflect your mind in that regard?
Actually, when I'm different songs come together differently, but my favorite type of song that is when, lyrics and melodies, a melody and the chords just, flow like a river, just come out. And this is my favorite because we're kind of like, all the artists will relate to this. We're like in a flow state. We're not thinking too much. We're not going inside our minds and looking for certain words and lyrics or melodies. They just come out of from somewhere, from heaven, or from the divine, or whatever you'd like to call it. And at that time, to answer your question, I'm not really thinking. I'm probably feeling, because I remember the moment I wrote this song. It was after a drive where I drove home with my partner, and I was listening to some music. And immediately, like, I think on the drive home, I knew that I was inspired. Um, it wasn't necessarily me thinking about all of this stuff, but I knew that there was something, I knew there was something. And um, I think it was more of like a beat that 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 that
Some
kick.
connection between the nature and you while driving, and it suddenly came to your and you start
Yeah,
thinking.
yes, exactly. It was I think, the kick and the snare beat. And then I came home, sat on the floor, got my guitar, and then all of this just came. And that's my favorite because you don't have to think too much.
Natural, it's all natural that comes to you.
Yes.
That's great. So, what are the plans now, Anuja? Like, since you have released that Very Stranger, so and it's getting popular and popular. So, what's the plan now? Having the shows or having something else? Starting off something new? What's happening now?
Mm. Um. Yeah, my plan is to first, because I already have another single in the works with someone called Daniel Farthing. He's the frontman of a band called Better Than the Wizards. We met. He's They're based in Melbourne as well. So we've already got that single. Actually, this Saturday we are gonna finalize it. We're gonna go to one of our mates' studios and finalize the mix and master. So I think my next focus will be on releasing that. Um, and after that, I do have, actually, in all honesty, my plan is to just keep on releasing music, but more to focus on the aspects of music that I really love, that give me joy. Yeah, the way I see music, there's two sort of sections. It's the music itself, and then you have the music business sort of it. Like all this release campaigns and playlisting and all these kinds of stuff. Reaching out to people, but I think my focus has been a little, and social media campaigns and all of this stuff, like promoting through social media. I realized that I've been focusing on that side a little bit too much. But
Mhm.
now I want to really focus on music and what I love. Just make more music is the plan, actually.
That's great to know, Anuja. Like, thank you very much for sharing those insights, like what you are feeling. And before going, I just need to ask you because I'm also a mental health advocate and doing mental health podcast and daily
Mm.
tests. So, what is your like advice for the community about the music connection and the mental health connection?
I think the advice is music is a very, very beautiful and almost a spiritual thing where it has the power to really, really change your views and really affect your mood. And even a song can change the trajectory of your day. You're sad and you randomly hear a song and it gets you moving, and then you feel happy, and you're able to get on with the day. So I think use music, consciously use music. If you're working out, if you're tired, if you're working out, use music to get you going and get you moving. If you're feeling upset, um, I don't know that how that. the technical side of it. But when you're upset, when you listen to sad songs, you feel like it's a hug. I think it's about. I think it's you feel that you're not the only one feeling sad. You feel sad together with the artist who's singing and saying this stuff. So it's like a hug. Um, and same thing when you're happy, or when you're at a party with friends dancing. So I think, you know, it's a good question. I actually have to think, but what comes to mind is
Given good remark.
yeah, I think understand. I think like realize the power of music and use it consciously is to sort of better your mental health, better your day, and better your life.
No, that's it. Anuja, thank you very much for sharing those insights. And we are blessed to have you on this podcast series and sharing your insights, being a doctor, being looking forward for psychiatrist, and as well as music. Because these combinations is a rare thing and you are adopting those ones. We wish you all the best and we'll see you uh, like in future as well, like having more songs and more coming up lyrics from your side because you are experienced, you know the feelings, and that's what we are proud of. Thank you very much for sharing those insights, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Zalzi. Thank you for having me.